All right, guys. Let's talk about how big businesses use AI, right? One of the things that at my company, or just in companies I've talked to in general, uh, there's like a huge push to obviously get AI under control, and there's just so many tools. And one thing I wanted to explore in myself, and I think everyone's learning, there is no standard, right? So one thing is if you use Azure, Microsoft just released something pretty cool. Azure A2A. Where is this? They just released their own little version. Um, where'd it go? Microsoft. Was it QL? I'm forgetting. Let me check my. And this is something that I gotta look into. And these are the type of things that, honestly, when you're trying to learn, you're trying to be in the business workspace, like trying to work at a 9 to 5, and these are the kind of things you gotta ask for a large organization. Everything becomes more about the enterprise level. There's a lot more flexibility when you're building stuff for yourself, but when it comes to building stuff for a large number of people that are standardized, that are authenticated, that have security permissions behind it, there's a lot of stuff that goes into like just into planning. You have to think about all the different outcomes and all the security protocols and all the just different things, and everyone is just kind of scrambling to figure it out and the best way to come up with it. And so I'm sure a lot of different solutions are going to come up, but something that I think Microsoft came up with, Work IQ, and this is something that I'm trying to look into. So what is Work IQ? Work IQ supports both A2A version 1 and 0.03 dispatch via the A2A version, authentication. So Microsoft documentation sometimes is kind of shit, or sometimes it's good. Either way, for me, I rather just go ahead and go into a new chat, and I just do this. Anything when it comes to just understanding concepts better, I think the best way you need to do it is in convert things into HTML. The reason being is you have a better understanding visually of the components and everything, and I think as human beings, honestly, we're one of the only creatures on the entire planet that loves to beautify everything, right? We love design, we love, like, other people just, or other animals or anything, other beings, they don't care as much. We care about the color, the palette, like every single thing, and we're visual creatures, right? We don't want to just see a big text format. We want some nice looking things. So let me go ahead and try to come up with something for here. Hello? Hello? Nothing. I was just working. Oh, I'll tell you in a second. I'll come in the room in a sec. Okay, 1 second. I'm just finishing up the stream. Okay. Okay, bye. Alright. Anyways, so what I do essentially, the whole point is, if you get HTML, the better you understand what the agent is telling you, or what Claude is telling you, what computer code is telling you, the better you can respond back to it, right? When there's a long just text of a planning document that's like, 20 pages long, or even 6 pages long, you don't want to sit through text. You don't know what's going on. It talks about all this like technical jargon that a lot of people don't understand because they're not coders. It's kind of not pointless, but you need to understand it in a better way, right? So essentially what I do to learn, I'll take something like this, right? This whole document, and I'll just tell it, hey, can you go ahead and convert this entire page, or all these concepts that you see about A2A and Work IQ, can you do research on it and figure out all the documentation around it that's Microsoft, made by Microsoft, and help me understand it better, as if I'm new to technology, right? And put it in a nice HTML document for me to understand all these concepts and how they would help me build a solution for creating proper A2A agents and just a proper enterprise level solution for everything. But please make it nice and visual. Add charts and graphs if you need to in there, and just make it really easily digestible. And again, remember that I am somebody who's new to technology and trying to understand it, so don't get too technical. And yeah, give it back to me. So essentially what you would even do is I made a skill for this on my other laptop. But that skill would essentially do exactly this. It already knows whenever I give it documentation, I'm like, hey, go ahead and convert this into, go ahead, help me learn this better. Like that's a keyword or something. It'll run my skill where I tell it to like, hey, act like I'm 15 years old and I'm just learning technology for the first time. Make sure that you don't use any technical jargon without writing definitions and proper like resources for everything that you come up with. And then these are the type of ways that you learn better, right? And so now it's going to create this document. I'm going to try to learn and understand this a little